It's a little Citroen that I'm working on. This one has the blower motor stops and starts, and what I've got down there is a headlight bulb H7 to replace the blower motor. And when I turn the controls up, you can see that the bulb gets brighter, and turn the controls down at the same time the bulb goes dimmer. I've got this voltmeter here. This is looking at the ground side going to the blower motor. So, turn it back on. If I turn this up, the moment we've got high voltage, and high voltage on the ground side usually isn't something you want. That's why the bulb is low. But if I turn this up higher, turn the controls up, the voltage comes down, which is what you want, and you end up with full power going to whatever the load is that you're using. I'm going to turn that down a bit because I don't want to melt that case that's down there, so I'll turn that down a bit. I'll just show you here what I've got. Still recording. Right, you see the brown and the black? They're the powers going into this rheostat or control blower. It's a bit different than a rheostat. So the top two power and ground all the time. You can unplug it and put in a Noid light or put the headlight across there, that stays bright. The bottom two is red, although it doesn't look it. I've got a red and a black. And the red stays full powered all the time, and the black is what I'm reading on the scope. So to make the blower motor go slower, we have a high voltage on the ground side. That's when the voltmeter was showing like 10 volts. So it's like you've got a bad ground, so the load is very dim. And when I change this on the settings, and this voltage dropped on the ground side, like you've got a good ground, and the light went very bright. The point of this is, when I was checking here, without a bulb replacing the motor, you don't get any readings that make any sense at all. You really need to load up the circuit. Otherwise it would be, in fact I'll unplug the bulb and show you. The bulb is unplugged and we're down to millivolts. It's the same connector still plugged in at the same place. The bulb unplugged, we've got millivolts, and we turn the control up so the fan goes up. We still have millivolts, although it moved. I'm going to turn it back down. You see it moves whilst I'm doing it. But you really need to load the circuit, otherwise you won't really get any readings that make sense. Just a quick one here. There are people that have gone more in depth, but the main point of this is you need to load the circuit if you're going to try it. So in this case it's the blower motor that's faulty. Thanks for watching.